Good evening, race fans, and welcome to race number 3 of Season 5 for the ISRL. Tonight, they take on Five Flags, the first short track of the season for these guys. As the first 2 weeks, we had Daytona to kick it off, and then Homestead last week. We had Sean Leisure taking the Daytona victory, and last week Diego Roldan pulled off the victory. But tonight, tempers will be short. Bumpers will be used, I foresee. As right now, go ahead and go through our top 5 here in practice. You got Corbin Collins in that 71 up top with a 16.454. Sean Leisure in second with a 16.489. Aiden Kirker third with a 16.515. In fourth, Walker Thomas with a 16.549. And rounding out the top 5 here in practice for this evening, Jason Semedo in that 43 machine with a 16.561. Let's go ahead and before we go ahead and play the national anthem and these guys wrap up practice, let's go ahead and get down to the point standings after last Tuesday night at Homestead. Sean Leisure still in that top spot with 87 points. In second spot, up a spot, is Jared Rashawn with 78 points, 9 behind Sean Leisure. In third, we have Corbin Collins, up 7 from Daytona, from last week. 75, he's 12 behind the leader and 3 behind Jared. In fourth spot, we got Chase Paquette, up a spot from last week, 73 points, 14 behind the leader and 2 behind Corbin. In fifth spot, we got Diego Roldan, the victor of last week, up 16 spots, 72 points. He's 15 behind the leader and 1 behind Chase. In sixth spot, we have a tie between Jason Semedo, he's down 2 spots, as well as Connor Trafari, he's down 4 spots from last week, both at 71 points, 16 behind the leader and 1 behind Diego. In eighth, we got Chris Lilly, unchanged from last race at 70 points, 17 behind the leader and 1 behind Connor and Jason. In ninth spot, down 2 from last week, Chris Thornton at 65 points, 22 behind the leader and 5 behind Chris Lilly. And rounding out the top 10 here tonight, Zach Lindgren, 61 points, up 19 from last week, 26 behind the leader and 4 behind Chris Thornton. In 11th spot, we got Aiden Kirker, up 16 spots from last week, 54 points, 33 behind the leader and 7 behind Zach Lindgren. As well as Clinton Seymour, up 2 spots, 54 points, 33 behind the leader and 7 behind Zach. And Mitch Van Oss, also tied for 11th spot with 54, 33 and 7 behind the leader, 7 behind Zach. In 14th, we have Daryl Arnold, up a spot from last week with 52 points, 35 behind the leader and 2 behind Mitch, Clinton, and Eden. Tyler Kahn is in 15th, up 8 spots from last week with 51 points, 36 behind the leader and 1 behind Daryl. In 16th, we got Connor Leach, up 2 spots from last week, 50 points, 37 behind the leader and 1 behind Tyler. In 17th, down 2 from last week, Anthony Colatuano with 47 points, 40 behind the leader and 3 behind Connor. And 17th as well, we have Michael Dorsey up 15 from last race with 47 points, 40 behind the leader as well as 3 behind Connor. In 19th spot, Walker Thomas is up 19 from last week, 46 points, 41 behind the leader and 1 behind Michael and Anthony. And then rounding out the top 20 here in points is at Alexander Hyder with 45, 42 behind the leader and 1 behind Walker Thomas. So let's go ahead and play the national anthem, folks. Get down to qualifying. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, welcome back as qualifying is underway for these guys. Corbin Collins is in the top spot as of right now, but we still got guys out here on the track as we speak. We got, that would be Joseph Costello out here on track. Right now, he has not laid down a lap quite yet. As he spun out there, looking to lay down a good qualifying lap. Got Sean Leisure out here taking it back to pit road. Alexander Hyder right now sitting 19th out here on track. Losing it coming out of turn number 4, laying down a 16.686. That'll put him up into that 5th spot as Marcus Van Der Lee's out here on track. And his first lap is a 16.916, good enough for 14th on his first lap. Right now you got Corbin Collins, Tyler Kahn, Zach Lindgren, Mike Dorsey, and as I say, that's Sean Leisure has taken the top spot away. So now it's Sean Leisure, Corbin Collins, Tyler Kahn, Zach Lindgren, and Mike Dorsey rounding out the top 5 here in qualifying as of right now. Still got a minute and 48 seconds left and counting. Walker Thomas is sitting on the end of pit road. Hayden Kirker's out here on track. Another guy you got to keep your eyes on. Always good at short track racing here. Laid out a 17.180 on his first lap. See here what he does on his second lap. Coming out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, and that will be a 16.640. That'll be good enough to put him in the 3rd spot. And you got Josh Corner out here sitting in 13th right now. Walker Thomas still sitting on the end of pit road, as well as Chase Proquette, that 10 machine sitting on the end of pit road. We got Jake Baker out here and sitting in 24th right now, as well as Cody Tabbers, another driver sitting on the end of pit road. Probably do it for qualifying here, as Sean Leisure is going to grab a pole. He actually tied Corbin Collins, but he probably beat him by thousandths of a second that we can't see. So congratulations to Sean Leisure there on grabbing the pole, as we're going to go ahead and get down to our starting grid here this evening. So let's go ahead and pull that up here real quick, and let's go through the starting grid. Sean Leisure grabbing the pole here this evening in the 6 and 7 machine. Corbin Collins starting second in that 71 in row 2. The row's not working right tonight for some reason. Row 2, Hayden Kirker in that 39 machine. Tyler Kahn in that 33. In row number 3, and now it's row 2, but row 3, Zach Lindgren in that 85 machine. Michael Dorsey in the 99. In row 4, Alexander Hyder, Walker Thomas. In row 5, Jared Washon, Josh Duke. In row 6, we got Mitch Van Oss and Jason Semino. Josh Corner 13th. D. Allen Grote in 14th, and driving that 14 machine. And in 15th, we got Richard Kirker, Wes Wyman in 16th. In 17th, we got Marcus Van Der Lee and Nathan Inman in 18th. In 19th, we got Brian Bick. In 20th, we got Darrell Arnold. 21st, James Rader. 22nd, Kyle Camper. 23rd, Paul Reckley. 24th, Jake Baker. 25th, we have Seth Wentworth. 26th, Anthony Colatuano. 27th, Connor Trafari. 28th, Chase Paquette. 29th, Joseph Costello. 30th, Matthew Hooker. 31st, Chris Thornton. 32nd, Clinton Seymour. 33rd, Alexander Meter. 34th, Cody Tabor. And that will round out our field here as our grid decided to go all funky on us here tonight. So hopefully I can get that fixed for next week. It seems like every week something has to have a little glitch on me for some reason. And tonight happened to be the grid. So we'll go ahead and get ready for these guys to go green flag racing. As always, before they go green flag racing, up here in the booth with you this evening is Dennis Ansman. Thank you all for tuning in here this evening and watching the third race of the ISRL League over here on Extreme Racing TV. Be sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell anytime Extreme Racing TV goes live for the ISRL over here on iRacing. As we get one more pace lap here before they go green flag racing. Before they go green, let's go ahead and show the weather here real quick. We got winds at the north, 2 miles an hour, clear skies, air temp is 68, track temp of 70 degrees. And I don't know why the length is 63, it's 130 miles. So for some reason it's grabbing the wrong information. Pace car is gonna dive off to the safety of pit road here. And waiting on Barney the flagman to wave that green flag. And we are underway here this evening for the Pensacola 130 here at Five Flags. As Sean Leisure is going to be able to grab his first lap lead here this evening. Let's go ahead and get back here and see what's going on back here for 6th, 7th spot. You got Tyler Kahn and Michael Dorsey going at it. Alexander Hyder laid down the fastest lap so far. It's still early on in the race. Anything can happen. But we got a lot of action going on right now. Zach Lindgren up here fighting for 3rd. Got Corbin Collins there on the outside of him. Eden Kirker just laid down the fastest lap in that 39 machine. Like I said, in qualifying, somebody we got to keep our eyes on as the race goes on. He's on the outside there of Zach Lindgren right now. And now Zach Lindgren laid down the fastest lap of the race so far. A lot of action going on up here up front right now, but there's action going on everywhere throughout the track. They're all caught up here. Get on Josh Corner here in that 89 machine sitting in 13th. He's got, guys, we have a caution. Let's see here if I can find it. So I'm gonna have to pause it here real quick, guys. See if I can find where the pile up happened at. Okay. We have found it. Who is that? That would be the 92 of Brian Bick. So let's go back here. And we'll go ahead and play this out. Think I know what happened. So let's go ahead and get on the rear here. And yep, it looks like Daryl just gave him a little incidental bump. That's what I'm going to call it. Was not intentional, especially that early on in the race. Just didn't know exactly where that breaking point was on the 92 machine of Brian Bick, and it looked like Brian was breaking a little bit there to avoid the company in front of him. So Sean Leisure has led all 8 laps here so far, looking to lead that 9th lap here this evening. And Zach Lindgren in second. You got Aiden Kirker third, Alexander Hyder fourth, Corbin Collins rounding out your top 5. Michael Dorsey's in 6th spot, Josh Duke 7th, Walker Thomas 8th, Jared Rashawn 9th, and Mitch Van Oss rounding out the top 10 here. 9 laps completed of 130 here. As the pace car lights are off, they're going to get 2 by 2. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing back underway here this evening. Pace car dives off safety at pit road. Sean Leisure waste no time. Get back on that loud pedal. We are back under green flag here for the Pensacola 130 here at 5 Flags. And get back here to Aiden Kirker, Alexander Hyder. Alexander's using that outside line to try to get some momentum to get around that number 39 machine of Aiden Kirker, but right now to no prevail. Sean Leisure is getting some company here for the lead with Zach Lindgren trying to peek that nose there on the inside, was not able to do so. As we gotta keep our eyes on the front here. A lot going on right now between the top 4. Actually, the top 5 now. You got the 71 of Corbin Collins there trying to peek his head in as we got another yellow. And looks like Josh Corner. Looked like he might have had some help, maybe? Yes, it looks like that. From what I saw there. Just coming down, and another one of those moments of not knowing where somebody else's breaking point was. And unfortunately got Josh Corner turned around there. So that'll be our second caution here of the evening. Only 15 laps in when that caution came out. So short track racing already living up to the name. Bumpers will be used, and they have been used twice so far. And I expect that to continue here. For some reason, West Wyman is not timing on the gap. He's just there. And he's also the leader. But he's not the leader. He's actually sitting... That's kind of weird how ATVO is timing him right now. He's actually sitting 10th. that's something we're just going to have to roll with. I don't know why. Like Anthony Colatuano, they got him sitting second. He's actually 16th. So there's a lot of confusion going on here on ATVO tonight. So Sean Leisure's back on that ladder pedal. We are back under green flag once more here for the Pensacola 130 here for the ISRL Season 5 over here on iRacing. We get back here with Mitch Van Oss battling that 85 machine of West Wyman. Not going to be able to complete the pass as West is able to make that outside work. As he's still listed in first, but he's actually in ninth, folks. The 24 machine of Alexander Hyder just hit the fastest lap. And he's sitting in that second spot right now, trying to hunt down that leader who's actually in first, Sean Leisure. Right now, it looks like they're all pretty much single-filed out here throughout the field. Just going to go ahead and take a... Well, as I say that, we got some more passing going on and another caution. Here, put me on Richard, but it's not him. It there it is right there. Alan Grote, that 14 machine. Another bumper used here early on, and that would have been the 91 of Kyle Camper, trying to peek his nose in there onto the bottom, and around goes Alan. So already early on in the race, folks, we are 3 cautions into tonight's race. I'm going to go ahead and you're going to see... I'm going to go ahead and reboot ATVO here real quick. And you're going to see something pop up onto the screen. Do not get worried about that. Go ahead and get that back up. Had to go dark there for a second to go ahead and get this ATVO reloaded here to hopefully get that ticker taken care of where it's scoring everyone correctly. We definitely don't have 2 leaders. This is not one of them where they got classes to where this guy is in first, that guy's in first. I forget the name of the series. So someone's going to have to help me out on that in chat. There we go. Now everybody's in the right position. All right. We'll go ahead and get everything back up and ready here as we are getting ready for the green flag to come back out, and Sean Leisure's back on the love pedal here tonight. He's led every lap here so far. 20 laps, or 29 laps led. As Alexander Hyder is looking down, trying to peek onto the inside, and we got company going on behind them. Aiden Kirker, Zach Lindgren going at it. Zach's taking the high side. Aiden Kirker's on the bottom. You got Wes Wyman back here as well. If I can get on him, he's sitting back here in 9th spot, going at door to door with that 27 machine of Jared Rashawn. Love that chromatic number there onto the side of that 27 machine. Get back up here to the front. Looks like we got a little bit of a gap going on now, but Zach Lindgren is putting the pressure on to Alexander Hyder now. Get back here. Still going at it here between Jared Rashawn and Wes Wyman. This is a battle for 8th spot right now. As these guys are about a second behind. Well, as I say that, we have another caution. So we have the 4 machine. That would be Cody Tabor. Go ahead and back that up here. See if I can find Cody. Excuse me there for a cough real quick. Looks like he just got loose coming out of 4 and slammed the inside pit wall. And unfortunately collected Joshua Corner and Richard Kirker there. Well, let's see here if we can pull somebody up real quick for an interview. Let me make sure this is working right. Let's go ahead and pick on the guy here real quick. Daryl Arnold, Dennis Ansman, up into the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
I do. What's up, D-Line?
Not much, Daryl. Looks like it's been rough going here so far. But right now you're sitting up here in the 13th spot. Do you think you have anything for the leaders up there as the race goes on?
Well, I think if I can get up there, I can compete. I mean, I seem to be staying up with the lead pack here every time we do go green. We're just going to need a long run to see what happens with the tires.
All right, looks like a lot of bumper use going on there. The last caution looks like just Cody looks like he just lost it coming out of 4. So hopefully you guys can tame those bumpers a little bit, get a long green flag run here, and hopefully we'll see you up into the top 3, if not the victory here this evening for the Pensacola 130, Daryl.
That would be nice, D-Line. If not, I hope you have a great broadcast, man. Appreciate all you do.
It's been going. It's been decent so far. I had a couple glitches going on, but all in all, it's been going all right.
I hear you. Hopefully we'll put on a good show for everybody watching.
10-4, man. Hey, go Ohio State.
Roll Tide.
All right, Daryl.
See you, buddy.
Yep. All right. Had to pick on Daryl real quick. Get that Go Ohio State in real quick as we're getting ready to go back green flag racing here. As they're getting 2x2 here, 1 to go. You know, saying Ohio State does have the best damn land in the land. I'm just saying. As we got Sean Leisure, Alexander Hyder, Zach Lindgren, Aiden Kirker, and Corbin Collins rounding out the top 5 here as we're waiting for that pace sedan to dive off the safety pit road. Leisure's back on the loud pedal. We are back green flag racing once more here tonight for the Pensacola 130. As we got battles going on back here, that would be Walker Thomas on the inside of Michael Dorsey there. That is a battle for the 6th spot. And right now, Walker Thomas has it. But Michael Dorsey is not giving up without a fight there on the outside. And look who's right behind them. the number 085 of West Wyman. As we got a battle going on for the lead. Alexander Hyder had it for a brief moment. Has not officially led a lap yet, and he's going to lead this one right here, though. So Sean Leisure is not going to get the clean sweep here tonight, as we have another yellow here tonight. So let's see if I can find this one, as it did not tell me where it came from. And there it is, way back there. That would be Brian Bick? No, that would be Richard Kirker. I was almost on it. Got loose going into turn number 3 and just could not keep it under control. Lost it and managed to get it down the pit road. Unfortunately, though, he was stopped there on the track in front of traffic, and that is what issued the yellow flag here tonight. But now we got a new leader up here in that DuPont Chevrolet. That 24 machine, Alexander Hyder, leading 3 laps up to now. He'll be completing his 4th lap led here as they come out of turn number 4 here tonight. And so far, it's actually 4 cautions. For 11 laps, 1 lead change, and we are down to 85 laps to go here for the Pensacola 130. So be sure, folks, if you have not already, if you're new tuning in to Extreme Racing TV, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you get informed anytime Extreme Racing TV goes live for the ISRL over here on iRacing every Tuesday night. Well, most Tuesday nights, I should say. Not every Tuesday night, but most Tuesday nights. As I am hearing thunder going on outside of my room right now. So, just give everybody a little FYI. If something does happen as far as power outage or anything like that, it is beyond my control. Mother Nature. If you live in the Midwest or in the Central, you do understand Mother Nature's not happy right now. I know they had a tornado outbreak over in the over by Chicago tonight, a couple hours west of Chicago. As Alexander Hyder is in control, he's back on the loud pedal. We are back under green flag racing here, completing lap 48 of 130. As now Zach Lindgren is in battles with Sean Leisure to take over that 2nd spot. And we got battles going on behind him too. Walker Thomas is on the outside of, or trying to get on the outside of the 71. Michael Dorsey's on the inside, trying to get on to the left side of that 12 machine. But right now, it's Alexander Hyder. He's pulling away from the pack. He's got almost a 8-10 second lead over Sean Leisure in that 2nd spot in that black 67 Chevy Camaro. Aiden Kirker sitting here. He's up to 3rd now. He's looking to get his sights set on that 2nd spot. As Lindgren is still, he's got still company behind him with that 71 of Corbin Collins. as he was able to fight off the 12 machine of Walker Thomas. And now Michael Dorsey is in battle with West Wyman, well, was. West Wyman had the inside leverage but was not able to do anything with it, as Michael Dorsey was able to prevail on the outside. And that is good to see. There are multiple lines here at a short track. You really don't see that too often. Richmond comes to mind. Bristol, every now and then Bristol, you can get the inside the work. But really, that's about it. Get back here to 20th spot. You got a gaggle of cars here. You got Marcus Van Der Lee, Kyle Camper. You got Connor Trafari in that 9 machine in front of another gaggle of cars with Anthony Colatuano, Chris Thornton, Chase Burquette, and Daryl Arnold, guy we just interviewed a little bit ago. Not the last caution, but the caution before. Had him up in the booth. And right now he's sitting 15th spot. He's hoping to have something here later on if they get a long green flag run. But somebody might want to get down there and tell Daryl that Alexander has taken the lead and has ran away with it. As he's got a second lead over Sean Leisure now. As Sean's got company with that 39 machine of Aiden Kirker. Aiden had a peek there onto the inside, but was not able to do anything with it. As, man, it is just rolling thunder outside, folks. It is non-stop here in my part of the woods, here in Northeast Ohio. As we go ahead and let's go ahead and get down Mike Dorsey. He's back down to 7th spot. West Wyman's falling off a little bit, it looks like. He's got some company there with that 27 machine and Jared Rashawn trying to find the inside. And looks like he's going to find it there coming out of turn number 2 down the back straight, the short back straightaway going down into turn number 3. They're doing a lot more turning than they are going straight. And that's what makes short tracking so good here. A lot of side-by-side racing, a lot of close racing, a lot of action throughout the track no matter where you go. Unless you get on to the leader. He's a little over a second away from second place. But Jason Semedo here in 10th spot trying to get the inside leverage on West Wyman. Go ahead, get back up here to 6th spot right now with Walker Thomas trying to get his sights set on the 71 machine of Corbin Collins sitting here in 5th spot. As Aiden Kirker still trying to hunt down that 67 machine of Sean Leisure. Get back here to 15, Chase Burquette. He's up 13 spots from where he started the race here this evening. Sitting in 15th. Looking to hunt down that 48 machine of Nathan Inman. Marcus Van Der Lee, he's still got a gaggle of cars here. You got Daryl in front of him. You got the 98 Anthony Colatuano. You got the 57 as he hit the apron, got loose. But good driving there by the 57. That would be Matthew Hooker. Was able to check up and not collect the 56 and live to see another lap. As, if I'm not mistaken here, pretty soon Alexander Hyder is going to be coming up onto as you can see right there down the back straightaway, he's getting ready to come up onto some lap traffic here. And we are on board with him. Go ahead and do a little gyro cam real quick. Not a whole lot of banking here at a short track, especially here at Five Flags, but just give you a little bit of what they're going through with the bumps and the angles and all that. Like I said, not a lot of straight wheel time, doing more turning than anything. As we go ahead and get back here once again, Marcus Van Der Lee is on the inside of Daryl, trying to take over that 19 spot from Daryl. And right now, this is where the action is at between them two. And then you get back here to Clinton Seymour and Kyle Camper. They're going at it as well. And you got another potential battle going on behind them with the 17 of Jake Baker and the 57 of Matthew Hooker. But really, up front, Sean Leisure has been able to close the gap about half a second now behind the leader, Alexander Hyder. He's been leading 33 laps here tonight. Sean Leisure has led 41. So Sean is looking to reclaim that lead and claim the most laps led here tonight. Want to have those bragging rights, but ultimately, all that matters is winning tonight. And Alexander Hyder would be the third different winner here for Season 5. If Sean Leisure cannot get around him and pull off the victory here this evening. Same with Diego is not here tonight. That's one driver that took a provisional. For those that don't know, these drivers do get 2 provisionals as Corbin Collins is checking out there. He's blinking out. And he's back. So, yeah, they do get, as I would say, 2 free passes. And here we are. As I'm talking about that, Aiden Kirker all of a sudden got a burst of steam here. He's on the inside of the 67 of Sean Leisure. And they are both right on top of the leader, Alexander Hyder. So Sean Leisure, he's getting ready to try to find a way to get around that 24 machine. And right now not able to do it. I'm sure lap traffic is playing a factor in all this as well. As it looks like Aiden got a little bit of rewind. Try that again. Got a little loose coming out of turn number 4. But he was able to save it and keep it under control. Not lose too much time there on the 67 machine of Sean Leisure. And Sean is still putting that pressure onto the leader right now. And he's got a whole bunch of lap traffic in front of him. As it looks like Sean's going to take it 3 wide through 3 and 4 there. As we got a wreck. We caught that live. And we're going to go back and we're going to see who was that. That would be the 17 of Jake Baker. And it looks like Jake just got loose going into 3, tried to save it, was not able to, tried to steer out of traffic, and unfortunately, here comes Brian Bick in that 92, and his front bumper comes falling off and through the track. As drivers are going through the debris. Thankfully, iRacing doesn't have that in effect to where it affects you. As it looks like everybody is down pit road here. Sean Leisure is going to be, actually Paul Reckerly is going to be the leader here this evening. Somebody we have, no, it is Sean Leisure. ATVO is updating at a very odd rate here. So Sean Leisure, Alexander Hyder, Aiden Kirker, Zach Lindgren, Corbin Collins is your top 5. Walker Thomas, Michael Dorsey, Jared Rashawn, Jason Semedo, and Joseph Costello in that 60 machine will round out the top 10. Let's go ahead here and see if I can real quick get Alexander up here. If I can find him. And I don't see him in here. Well, not going to be able to get an interview in with Alexander Hyder. Unless I'm overlooking them. But doesn't matter anyway. They're getting 2x2 here. So we'll go ahead and get on Sean Leisure here. And we're going to go ahead and let's do... Oop, wrong one. There we go. As we're waiting for that green flag to come back out, we are green flag racing once more here tonight as we are going to go ahead and do some rear view driving here with Sean Leisure as the leader, leading 45 laps here tonight as we have another caution. Wow. Let's see here what took place. Is it's not going to update. Alright, well. Got Brian Beck on pit road, Cody Tabor on pit road, Jake Baker on pit road, Alan Grote on pit road, Nathan Inman on pit road, Richard Kirker out here on track. Starting to somewhat look like a little modified car. Not quite yet. Kyle Camper still looks pretty clean on his car. Alexander Meter still looks pretty clean. James Rader still looks clean. St. Wentworth still clean in that 28 machine. Is that Zebra Cakes? Man, I'm going to have to get me some of those tomorrow at work now. Thank you, Seth. Matthew Hooker in that 57 machine still looks clean. Paul Reckley, that 22 machine, looks like he's got a couple donuts on the driver's side. And other than that, looks pretty good. Daryl still looks clean. I love how those rims look like he's got underlays going on. Clinton Seymour still looks clean. Still a lot of clean looking cars here on the track for 92 laps completed. Now, granted, we have had... well, actually a total of 6 cautions, 21 laps, 2 lead changes. We're down to 38 laps to go, so we're getting down to the nitty gritty. As according to YouTube, looks like we got 8 viewers out there in chat right now. Thank you all for tuning in this evening and support not only myself but also the ISRL over here on iRacing. This is their 5th season. This is my 2nd season with them, and my first season with them was a blast. I enjoyed it. It was a learning curve for me. This is the first time you know, me doing this personally. We were back green flag racing, and great to be back with these guys for another season here. And so far, 3 races in, it's been nothing but an absolute pleasure to sit back and enjoy the racing and broadcasting it for everybody to tune in and watch every Tuesday night. As Alexander Hyder had some company there with Zach Lindgren there for a brief moment. Corbin Collins got some company with that 39 machine, Aiden Kirker. Corbin's actually going to be able to fight him off. Now put the pressure there on the 85 of Zach Lindgren. Looks like he was starting to use the bumper a little bit as Sean Leisure has laid down the fastest lap of the race. As we have another caution once more. Let's see here. Don't think it was him. Oh, it was him. Daryl. No. Got loose coming out of turn number 4 and left hooked it right into pit wall. All right, well now we are going to take a brief pause here real quick. I will be right back, folks. Enjoy the pace car. No, I'll be right back. All right, folks, I am back. I had to go ahead and check on the weather. Everything looks good. For now, anyway. That can change as I'm sleeping tonight because we're supposed to get another round. Now we're just going to go ahead and wait for that pace car to dive off to the safety of pit road. As the 71 is blinking out once more. And Leisure's back on the lap pedal. We are back underway here. Lap 102 completed a 130 here for the Pensacola 130 at 5 Flags. Get back here to Alexander Hyder and Zach Lindgren as they almost made contact there. And now it looks like Corbin Collins is trying to find his way on the outside. Not going to be able to do it. But Aiden Kirker is going to peek his nose there onto the inside of the 71 coming out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. And we have another caution once more. And that would be... Sometimes it tells me, folks. Other times it does not. And this is one of those moments where it did not tell me where it was at. So unfortunately, that time, we're just going to have to roll with it. That does happen from time to time. Just like up here in the booth, you always can't catch everything. And iRacing is the same way. It doesn't always catch everything and relay the information back to the program that we broadcasters use. So we got Sean Leisure in first, Alexander Hyder second. Looks like Zach Lindgren in third. And we got Corbin Collins in fourth. Aiden Kirker fifth. Walker Thomas in sixth spot. Jason Semedo seventh. Michael Dorsey eighth. Josh Duke in ninth spot. And then rounding out the top 10 in that 27. Love that. I'll say it again. I love that the chromatic on those numbers on the driver door and passenger door. Got to get it on there on the roof though. Jared Rashawn there rounding out the top 10. Yeah, you put that chrome number on the roof. Yeah, man, that's gonna look great. And we gotta get this Sean Leisure guy a sponsor here. He's already won the Clash and the Daytona 250, and this guy's out here running sponsorless. So anybody out there in chat's looking to sponsor a driver, Sean Leisure right here in that 67 machine, get in touch with him and get your business or whatever your trade is advertised there onto his car. As we are getting set to go green flag racing here. Looks like we'll be down to 31 laps to go here. As pace car dives off to the safety of pit road, we are back under green flag once more here for the Pensacola 130 here at Five Flags for the 5th season of the ISRL on iRacing. As looks like once more, Sean Leisure, Alexander Hyder. Alexander tried to get the outside and lost a lot of ground there coming out of turn number 4. And now we got Corbin Collins doing the we got another caution, and this time put me on him. I know it's not him. So we'll go ahead and play it right here because whoa, there it is, the 32. That would be Josh Duke. So we'll go ahead and find that 32 machine of Josh. Play that, and it looks like he got loose going into turn 1 and was not able to. He tried to save it, just by the time the 27 caught up to him, he still didn't have it saved, and it's down to the nitty-gritty here. Not a whole lot of damage done there on that John Deere 32 machine, so he should be good. If I was him, I would not even come down pit road. It's a short track. Sean Leisure, 70 laps led here this evening. Alexander Hyder, 43 laps led. Man, that's close. I'm going to have to say Sean has locked up the laps led here for tonight with 70. Yeah, as we're down to 14 laps to go here. There's no possible way Alexander Hyder can even come close to catching him. So congratulations to Sean Leisure for leading the most laps here tonight. Obviously, he doesn't want to lead just the most laps. He also wants to grab that victory, claim his second victory here of the season. Well, actually his third, but second points race of the season. As they are getting set to go back, green flag racing once more. As we've had a total of 9 cautions for 37 laps, 2 lane changes, 15 to go here as they are back under green flag once more. And Sean Leisure's leading them down into turn number 1. This time Alexander got a better jump there. Coming out of turn number 2, Corbin Collins is on the inside. That Jarrett Toyota Supra, we got another caution once more. Who was that? So we're going to go ahead. Play that. Oh, found it right there. Coming out of turn number 2. Ooh. Close race in there. West Wyman, Michael Dorsey involved. West lost his rear bumper. Michael Dorsey lost his front bumper, and there was other guys involved. And it looks like some pretty significant rear damage there on that 085. So, unfortunately, it looks like that's going to end West Wyman's night here this evening in that 085 machine. As we have Connor, Nathan, and Kyle Camper, and Anthony Colatuano all have checked out of the race here tonight. They're all not going to finish, unfortunately. Still got Cody Tabor out here. He's on pit road right now getting serviced. You got Jake Baker still out here on track. Sitting in 28th spot right now. Car still looks in pretty good shape. Just looks a little scruffed up there. You got that 14 machine of Alan Grote here sitting in 25th, down 11 spots from where he started the race. Looking like just wanting to survive and get this race over with and finish with a top 30 finish. As they are getting the 1 to go here this time. And then we'll be back under the hands of Sean Leisure here. Get us back under green flag. Once that pace car dives off the pit road, he will be in control. And he will tell us when to go back green flag racing, which has been very quickly here so far tonight. Pretty much as soon as that pace car dives off, he's back onto it, and he's no different this time. We are back green flag racing here for the Pensacola 130. And looks like we got some close racing going on with Aiden Kirker, Zach Lindgren. And this is a battle for the 4th spot. Looks like Zach almost touched the wall there. It could have been some net code to make it say he hit the wall. But he really didn't from the looks of it. As Corbin's... there he goes. He's back. Corbin Collins is back. He checked out there. He was dropping like a rock, and then he came back. As somebody just brushed the wall. Don't know who that was. We're down to 5 laps to go here. Alexander Hyder is trying to put the pressure there onto that 67 machine of Sean Leisure here. We have another caution. Let's see here if I can get lucky enough to find it again. Doesn't look like I'm going to. It wasn't Michael. Oh, it was. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Is this, going down into turn number 3 here? And... Nah, okay, that wasn't what I thought it was. That was just a... Michael Dorsey, it looked like anyway. Michael Dorsey checked up a little bit before Wes Wyman was thinking he was going to. I mean, obviously they're both races, you know, they're not out here to win it anymore. They're just out here trying to finish the race. And just misjudged. That's all it looked like. But I do want to know how the NASCAR officials are allowing Mike Dorsey to be out here on track without a spoiler on his car. That's something I'm going to have to ask the virtual officials here after the race here, how that machine, that 99 machine's out here with no rear spoiler, because that is mandated in NASCAR. As we're down to 3 laps to go here, this will be green, white checker attempt number 1. Officially. And I think they get... three? I think they get 3. I could be wrong. I know I have it down somewhere. I gotta get my notebook back out. I keep forgetting to bring that thing out. I always keep forgetting things until I need it, and then I don't have it because it's put away. We are not green flag racing right now. No, we are not green. Or are we? And I'm just not live. Oh, crap. We are live. Oh. Okay, so... we were down to the final lap here. Oh, my goodness. I thought I hit the live button, folks. I am so sorry about that. As coming down to the finish line here, it looks like it is going to be Sean Leisure grabbing the victory here tonight. Corbin Collins in second, Alexander Hyder in third, Zach Linger in fourth. And rounding out the top 5 here tonight, Aiden Kirker. That's my apologies, folks. We missed the final 3 laps here tonight. Could have sworn I hit the live button, and I must have missed it. So we're going to go ahead here, step away, and get the top 3 up here, get the post-race interviews in. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks. Well, I have managed to find the top three, get them down here into the broadcast booth this evening, give them the post-race interviews. Started off here tonight. We're going to go ahead and interview that 24 machine of Alexander Hyder and that DuPont Chevy Camaro. Congratulations, Alexander, on a podium finish here tonight. I know you wanted that victory here tonight. You led 43 laps. Go ahead and top out your race here tonight. How was it for you here tonight at Five Flags?
Yeah, overall, I had a pretty fun day. First half or so of the race was pretty caution filled. We couldn't really get a green flag run, but eventually we got a pretty good run going, and we got the lead at that point. And I was trying to save a little bit of tire, but it went over. It kind of went away at the end of that run, and John definitely closed in, and we got into each other during that run. But luckily, we saved it. It was all good from there, but then we got that caution and we lost the lead on pit road, and I just couldn't get it back. I tried everything on the last handful of restarts we got, but overall it was pretty fun. I'm just ready for next week.
Yeah, speaking of next week, it seems to be a theme here going on with the start of the season with the ISRL sticking down into the state of Florida, going to Daytona Road Course next week. Go ahead and talk about first road course of the season. What are your thoughts going into the road course at Daytona next week?
Well, I've done a couple laps around the road course. It's not really my favorite, but we'll see how it goes. It'll definitely be interesting for sure.
Well, you said a couple laps. You've done a couple more than I have. I don't even think I've completed a full lap on the road course at Daytona. So you're doing better than me. So definitely looking forward to seeing what that 24 machine is going to bring out onto the track next Tuesday night. But Alexander, before we go ahead, let you go and celebrate that third place finish here this evening. Any thoughts, shout outs you want to give before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate?
Well, I just want to thank Sean for giving us a good battle right there. That was a lot of fun. And I want to thank Express Esports, Outlier, Speedco, and DuPont, and all the Uprise guys.
All right, Alexander. Well, congratulations once again on your third place finish here this evening. And hopefully you could repeat it, if not get a top victory. Top two victory, same difference. Next Tuesday night down at the virtual Daytona Road Course. But until then, Alexander, enjoy this one and see you next Tuesday.
All right, awesome. Take care, buddy.
You too. All right, that'll take care of the third place finisher here tonight. Let's go ahead and get that 71 machine of Corbin Collins up here into the broadcast booth. Corbin Collins, congratulations, man. Second place finish here tonight. Ultimately, I know you wanted that victory here. Claim short track bragging rights. But go ahead and talk about your race here at Five Flags Speedway tonight. How was it for you?
Yeah, I had a good qualifying lap this time, which was different than last week, but I kind of knew it was going to be really hard to win because the 67 in the test race yesterday, he was clearly the best, and tonight it was the same way. There on that first start, fell back to fifth, and it kind of rode there pretty much the entire race. But there, luckily at the end of the race, I was able to pick off some spots on the restarts and where I started and have a good points night.
Well, that is, definitely a good points night. And, as the season goes on, having a good points night is more meaningful than wins. I mean, even though a win, I do believe, locks you into the playoff format that you guys have going on for Season 5. But ultimately, you got to have those points as well. And you definitely collected those here tonight. Going into next week, you got a road course coming up, the first one of Season 5 here. At Daytona, once again, going back down there at the virtual Daytona to take on the road course. What are you looking for or praying for next Tuesday down at Daytona?
Well, I'm not too confident going into it, but hopefully, if I can get a top 10 out of it, I'll be pretty happy. I don't think you'll be speaking to me next week, though.
Well, you never know. Anything can happen at a road course. Even though there are no full course cautions at a road course. I have seen it to where, somebody's been dominant all night long and just one turn wrong way one time, and next thing you know, they're sitting back in 10th, 11th spot. So you never know what can happen. So
Yep.
before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate your P2 finish here tonight, Corbin, any thoughts, shout outs you want to give before we go ahead and let you go celebrate this P2 finish?
Nope. I think that'll be it.
All right, Corbin. Well, congratulations on your P2 here tonight. And hopefully next Tuesday is going to go better than you expect.
Yep. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Until then, Corbin, enjoy this one. We'll see you Tuesday night.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, and that will take us down to our race winner here tonight in that 67. No sponsor on that machine. Sean Leisure, driving that Chevy Camaro, leading the most laps here tonight, man. Dominated the race and ultimately led the most important lap here tonight, which was the final lap. Go ahead and talk about it, man. How was it here for you tonight here at Five Flags?
Man, I gotta say, Five Flags is an amazing track to race on, also to watch. I mean, it's a fun track. I mean, I'm sure it was playing good racing. Sure, it was a little bit caution filled better than that. I mean, the battles throughout the track, I'm sure were great, especially up front. I mean, me and Alex had a hell of a race the entire time. I mean, Five Flags, like I said, it's a little bit of a weird track car combo. They don't typically come to this track, and Aiden knocked it out of the park with the setup. I mean, it was really racy. It wasn't too loose. It was very drivable. You could move different lanes. It made for a lot more of a fun race, that's for sure. But I mean, the track itself, I wouldn't mind coming back here again. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, we had a total of 13 cautions here tonight. I mean, typical for a short track race. I mean, you expect cautions.
When you got 34 cars, yeah.
Yeah, 34 cars out there on the track. I mean, bumpers were going to be used. And, all in all, it was a very good race. You still had your parts of the race where you had a pretty good green flag run there. So you had a good mixture of everything involved here tonight. And as we transition from our first short track of the season here for season 5. Next Tuesday, we go ahead and transition into our first road course of the season. Back to Daytona for the road course. Go ahead and, talk about what do you, I mean, you already have 2 wins on the season. But go ahead and talk about what are you looking forward to at Daytona next Tuesday.
Yeah, road racing, I mean, it's never been my forte whatsoever. I mean, short tracks and dirt racing have been my forte for the longest time. Road racing is, I want to have to put some practice in for that one because I'm very not too confident. I just haven't turned that many laps at that track either, so it'll be different, that's for sure. I don't think this league has ever gone to Daytona road course. I'm pretty sure at least, so it'll be a lot of fun. Hope this many cars show up again, though. It'll be a fun, grand old time. Maybe we'll see some different names up front too. More of a road course aces. That'd be fun too.
Oh yeah, you never know. I mean, a road course is a whole new ball game. Like you said, you can see names up in the front that you typically wouldn't see, and hopefully we do get those 30+ numbers out there on track. I know road courses tend to shy away a few people, but all in all, I think this league has a very good group of people that are going to turn out and put on a very good show, not only for the league but also for themselves. Might not be the finish that they want, but all in all, just be out there and racing for their fellow buddies. At the end of the day, that's what we're doing this as a hobby, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But man, before we go ahead and let you go, I put a shout out there tonight to go ahead and have somebody try to put a sponsor on your car, man. We got to go ahead and get that thing sponsored up. You got 2 wins already. But any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give to anyone before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate your second victory of season 5 here for the ISRL?
Yeah, no, next week Joseph should have the scheme done, so
Oh, okay,
we were aiming for tonight, but we just didn't get done in time. But that's all right. It is what it is. aside from that, like I said, I mean, every time I've talked to you so far, I mean, again, thank you to Aiden, all the admins that put this league on. It's a real good time. If you're ever looking for someone to run with or a good group of people to run with that aren't necessarily crazy and are overall just seem like a very close knit group, I mean, this is what you got right here. It doesn't really beat this whatsoever. So, aside from that, I appreciate all the people who tune into the stream. Of course, everyone who supports me both on the sim and in real life. It's a lot of fun being able to come on a Tuesday night and just have some fun, take a break from reality every once in a while.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Always great to get those few hours away from everything going on in the outside world and just break free, have fun, and enjoy not only, what you like to do, but also the enjoyment of the fellow drivers out there on track as well. But enjoy this one, and looking forward to seeing you at Daytona for the road course next Tuesday night. But until then, enjoy and get that car finished up.
Yes, sir. Will do. Hope to speak to you again soon.
All right. Well, hopefully.
Yeah. Have a good night, man.
Yeah, you too. All right, and that will take care of the post-race interviews here this evening. So let's go ahead and go through the final results here. For the Five Flags race here tonight for the ISRL League. And first, we got that 67 machine of Sean Leisure. I still got to fix the overlay on that. I don't know why it's doing the two numbers. That's something I forgot about last week. I apologize for that. In second, we got Corbin Collins in the 71. Third, Alexander Hyder in the 24 machine. Zach Lindgren in that 85 finishing fourth. Aiden Kirker finishing fifth in that 39 machine. Joseph Costello finishing sixth in that 60 machine. Finishing seventh here tonight, Walker Thomas in that 12 machine. In eighth spot, we got Chase Paquette finishing in eighth and driving the 10 machine. In ninth, the 43 machine of Jason Semedo. In 10th spot, we got Jared Rashawn. In 11th, we have Marcus Van Der Lee in that 56 machine. In 12th, the 57 of Matthew Hooker. In 13th, Clinton Seymour driving the 2 machine. 14th, Mitch Van Oss in the 182. 15th spot, the 45 of Alexander Meter. In 16th, the 6 machine of Daryl Arnold. 17th here tonight, James Rader in that 72 machine. 18th, Sent Whitworth in that 28. In 19th spot, Paul Reckley in that 22 machine. In 20th, that 32 machine, John Deere machine at that, Josh Duke. In 21st, Michael Dorsey in that 99 machine. 22nd, Richard Kirker in that 93 machine. And 23rd here tonight, the 085 of West Wyman. 24th, the 14 machine of D. Allen Grote. And 25th, the 75 machine of Chris Thornton. 26th, the 92 of Brian Bick. And 27th, the 17 of Jake Baker. 28th, Anthony Qualituano in the 98. And 29th, Kyle Camper in that 91. 30th, Nathan Inman. 31st, Connor Trafari in the 9. 32nd, Cody Tabor in the 4. 33rd in the 99, Joshua Corner. And then rounding out the field here tonight in the 33, Tyler Kahn. Well, folks, thank you for tuning in here for the third race of the ISRL over here on iRacing. Until next Tuesday night over at Daytona, the virtual Daytona road course. Take care of yourselves and each other and have yourselves a good night, week, and weekend.